Tatsächlich glaube ich, dass Natur inspirierend für jeden generativen Künstler ist. Sehr viele Systeme der Natur, wie Wachstumsstrukturen, Evolutionsprozesse, Schwarmverhalten, das sind genau die Prozesse, die die Grundlage für viele Algorithmen in der generativen Gestaltung bieten. Ich bin Julia Laub, eine Informationsdesignerin. Onformative ist eine generative Designagentur und mein Partner ist Cedric Kiefer.
I'm Cedric Kiefer. I'm part of Onformative. I don't want to sound too nerdy, but there's something about math and formulas and algorithms that are fascinating. What we do is new to a lot of people. The difference between generative design and traditional design is actually how you approach the project and start at the very beginning. Instead of defining how something might look, you try to define some rules how it might behave. You're working on a whole world of possibilities. You're working on a whole system that you can shape and form and influence. So it's about creating choices and making choices.
Ich glaube, dass man auf jeden Fall total überfrachtet ist mit Daten in unserem Leben. Dass die Aufgabe des Gestalters eigentlich ist, die Daten, die für einen wichtig sind, sichtbar zu machen und die anderen auszufiltern.
Talking about data doesn't mean that you have to supply an Excel sheet or a list of numbers. It's always about telling a story. And data could be actually everything, from raw numbers to the movement of the mouse, to the movement of your whole body, sound, or even emotion. Everything could be data, so everything could be visualized and turned into art. The Growing Data project started as a personal project exploring the possibilities of imitating nature and combining principles from nature and load data into them and make them behave differently depending on the data set. The Sky Post is a real personal project to me and Julia because it's not using some data that was brought to us by a client, but data that was collected by ourselves throughout the years, actually since we first met. It started with our first discussion on Skype 3 years ago, and there's everything in it, from the moment when we decided to found the agency up to the creation of the poster itself.
Ja, wir experimentieren viel. Wir haben einen Bereich in unserer Agentur, den nennen wir das Lab.
It always helps us to get to know new techniques. And even if it's not needed for a commercial project yet, you just get to know that technique, and when it comes up and it's needed, then you got it ready and can use it right away.
Das können wir noch ausprobieren, die Animationen auf jeden Fall gedacht für die.
It's not like you're starting from zero over every time you start a new project. You're definitely building up upon projects you have done before. There's no day where we don't use Photoshop, Illustrator and InDesign. It's just an important part of the design process. Beside that, we're definitely standing on the shoulders of giants by using code that is published by the open source community, and all the tools we are using are free to use, and we're using a lot of libraries that are supplied by people who develop them. And on the other hand, we are trying to give something back to the community as well by publishing our code and doing workshops and teaching a lot. So it's the combination of writing your own tools and use the already existing tools. And that's what we do in our job.
Generative Gestaltung ermöglicht es uns, Dinge zu tun, die andere Gestalter nicht können. Für mich ist es das Interessante, dass es so eine junge Disziplin ist. Also eine Sache, die ich auf jeden Fall hoffe, ist, dass wir es schaffen, unsere Agentur so weiterzuführen, wie wir es jetzt machen, dass wir es schaffen, immer das Experimentieren beizubehalten, dass wir den Spaß an der Arbeit beibehalten und vor allem, dass wir es schaffen, immer noch die Zeit zu finden, unser erlangtes Wissen weiterzugeben an die nächste Generation.